Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you so much.
That's
Welcome
all
to my
good.
brunch.
Thank you. I was pretty excited about this one.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see you as well. Because I don't know if the last time maybe it was like 6 months ago or something.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, long time now. So,
Yeah.
Rhea, welcome to the brunch show. This is a brunch show always between breakfast and lunch. And we love to start talking about the morning routine. For example, my morning starts with tea. I'm a tea person. And now, for example, I'm trying with mint. It says like it's good for your health and everything. And what about you? I want to know how is the morning in the life of Rhea Ripley?
Oh man. Today's actually been a really busy morning for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I normally have like a really hectic morning, especially like if I have media. So like I had to be ready by
Yeah.
one for you guys. So I had to wake up at 7 a.m. and me and my partner, we took our dogs for a walk. I
Okay.
actually have one of them right here with me. Come here.
Oh, really?
Yes, this is Luna.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
Hey?
I really love it. Really, really love
Yes,
it. Is her or is she or him?
she, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What is her name?
Luna.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So you start with a dog walker very early in the morning.
Yeah, so like as soon as we wake up, we pretty much try and get changed and take the dogs for like a 30-minute walk just so they get out the house and they can go do their business and not do it in the pretty much.
Okay.
But after that, we came back, had a little bit of breakfast. I had like some egg white quiches, I believe they are. Low in calorie, high in protein. So like I try and have that. Then we went to one of the petrol stations and I got a protein bar because we were going to go to the gym.
Yeah.
So I got to get my protein in before all that and try and like energize myself because I was very, very tired this morning.
Okay.
I think it's like daylight savings or something because like I've been waking up at 7 a.m. and it's dark and I
Okay.
don't know, I just can't get up. So it's like insane.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah. So just give me a few seconds because I need to translate to the people. Just the things. It
okay,
will be very fast.
you're good.
A ver, acá la pregunta ya saben que cómo es la vida de Rhea Ripley en las mañanas. Ella me dijo, me levanto súper temprano, y de hecho todavía está oscuro, y a ella le gusta salir a pasear los perritos con su chico, porque si no ya saben el desastre de que ahí manda el perrito. Entonces salen a pasearlos y después de salir a pasearlos le gusta tomar un poco de proteína para empezar a hacer ejercicio. Que también dice que depende mucho del día, ¿no? Porque a veces si le toca hacer media, pues ya. Los planes son otros. And do you have a breakfast cheat meal?
A breakfast cheat meal?
Yeah.
Um, every now and then we'll like go to First Watch, which is like a breakfast place over here, and I'll probably just get like eggs, bacon, and potatoes, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So
Well,
like
it's
not
very
horrible.
healthy, actually.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I try like and save my cheat meals for later on because like I'm a huge pizza freak. Like I love pizza, so if I'm gonna have a cheat meal, it's pizza or it's like sushi or even like pasta. Like I just yeah.
Okay. So you prefer to have those kind of cheat meals in, I don't know, maybe the dinner or something else, right?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to eat them too late because I don't want to go to bed with like a full stomach because it always makes me feel sick. I have like a very sensitive stomach, so
Yeah, me too. Yes, it's terrible. It's terrible. But now
oh
it's worse. I
yeah.
think you're young and beautiful and everything, but year by year, it's becoming worse and worse. Trust
Oh,
me.
I hope not.
A ver, pues aquí ya saben que a mí me gusta muchísimo preguntarles que qué tipo de comiditas estas que nos encanta echarnos, que no debemos, ¿no? ¿Qué comida hacen las mañanas? O sea, alguna cheat meal, ¿no? Y él me dijo, pues a mí me gusta, la verdad, pues huevito con tocino y papas. Y le dije, ay, no, eso no es tan acá. Me dijo, bueno, pero es que a mí lo que me gustan son las pizzas. Entonces, que ahora ya no le gusta esta onda de comer tan pesado en las noches, porque al igual que yo, somos sensibles de estómago. Y bueno, pero prefiere ahorrarse esa comida de trueque para la tarde o noche. So, yesterday, Raquel Gonzalez claimed to be the biggest and the baddest woman in division. What do you think about it? Do you have a prediction for Halloween Havoc?
I mean, she's got me on height. I'll give her that. She is taller than me. So technically she's bigger. I mean, I work out a lot. I work hard for my arms. So I want to say that I'm bigger in that aspect, but I mean, we're pretty even on that. Going into Halloween Havoc, she's a competitor that I haven't really had much of a chance to like face in my career. I've always been the bigger one in the matches. So it's going to be very different for me. Okay. And I got to like prepare for that somehow, because I normally rely on my strength, but this time she's strong too. So if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to try other things, try and be agile or something. I don't know.
But are you worried about that or not at all?
I'm nervous. I am nervous, but I feel like I'm always nervous. But I'm also always ready for whatever's like, whoever's standing across from me, I'm always ready for them no matter what. I train as hard as I can for anyone, any shape, height, size, anything. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can stand up and be somewhat even against Raquel. Might have to stand on my toes a little bit. But hopefully, we'll see how it goes. I know her very well and she knows me very well as well. We've come up in NXT together. We used to tag a lot on like the coconut shows and the road loops. So like we know each other very, very well. And I know that she's very dangerous and she's very smart. Yeah. So I'm going to have to try a few different things, I think.
Yeah, but come on, you have everything as well. So I trust you and everybody will trust you. Yeah.
Thank you, I'll try.
A ver, aquí la pregunta fue que escuchamos el día de ayer las afirmaciones también de Raquel González que le dijo, a ver, yo aquí soy, aquí mis chicharrones truenan, como dicen, yo aquí soy la más grande y la más mala en la división. Y Rhea dijo, bueno, es que la neta, pues sí, está más grande que yo, pero yo también entreno un montón. Entonces, está un poco nerviosa por lo que va a pasar ahora en NXT Halloween Havoc. Pero por eso ella está entrenando un montón, como ella dijo, ¿no? Como para estar a la par. Y bueno, es alguien nuevo al que hay que enfrentar, así que vamos a mandarle las mejores vibras y finger cross. So, you are a former NXT UK and NXT Women's Champion. You could potentially become the first champion for those two brands and the main roster as well. Do you care about that kind of things, like to be the first, being the first of something, or do you don't care?
I think it's very special. It is something that when it happens, and if it happens, it is like very meaningful to me. Whether or not I am the first at that, like, what's the word I'm trying to say? It like, I won't feel down if I'm not the first, because I know that the person that is deserves to be. But being the first ever NXT UK Women's Champion was absolutely incredible. I got to help build a brand that was just starting, and it was so much fun while it lasted. And then to be the first ever NXT UK and NXT Women's Champion, yeah, it's just special. It's cool because like my name gets to go down in the history books for that sort of thing, and it's something that people are going to remember me for, and I think that's awesome.
Oh my God! Such a sweet and beautiful words. I can feel that it comes from your heart. Thank you so much, really. A ver, acá la pregunta, nosotros, a ver, por eso me encanta, porque podemos ver el lado tan más bello de las superestrellas. Bueno, yo le pregunté aquí si le gustaba ser la primera en algo, y me dijo, bueno, la neta es que está padrísimo porque es cool que mi nombre se vaya a los libros de historia. Y claro que siento padre o siento bonito poder tener o hacerme la idea de que voy a ser la primera. Pero tampoco me voy a mal viajar si no pasa. Y aquí igual bien padre. La que sea que se lleve este título, pues qué bueno y que le vaya muy bien. Entonces, qué bonito que veremos así chido entre todos. Now, Charlotte Flair said, I'm very proud of you. Remember?
Thank you.
In your match at WrestleMania 36. How does it feel to have this kind of endorsement, especially considering that you were here for only 3 years or something?
I think it's incredible. If I was, when I first started, I didn't think that I would even be on TV for a long, long time. Um, so to think that like my first year here, yeah, it was a bit slow as expected. And then after that, I had NXT UK and then NXT and then all of a sudden WrestleMania out of nowhere. And it was surprising and shocking and I was super excited. Yeah, I understand that there was no people in the crowd, and some people think that it's not as special, but it was still really special to me. That was my WrestleMania moment, and even though I lost, like I lost to a credible person in Charlotte Flair. Yeah, I do want my championship back, of course, of course, but that'll happen when it happens.
Yeah.
Just to think how far I've come since I've started is insane to me. Even just like thinking back to my days in Australia and how little I was, how innocent I was, and to look at myself now, I'm like, wow, I've really come far, and I think that's awesome.
That's amazing. But that's the meaning as well that you're working with your heart and you trust
Yes,
yourself, and even though that you're all the things that it happens in your that it happen in your life, now it's because that. I mean, this is the result of big efforts and everything. So congratulations, because we can
thank
see
you,
it. Yeah.
thank you. I love my job.
A ver, puta, esto se está convirtiendo en una plática muy emocional, padre. Aquí la pregunta fue de que vimos a Charlotte Flair en WrestleMania 36, es decirle como, estoy súper orgullosa de ti, ¿cómo se siente? Y me dijo, la verdad es que es muy especial para mí, porque claro, o sea, al principio de mi carrera pues fue muy lento el avance y el progreso, pero después de eso, pum, se fue con todo y Charlotte Flair es una persona muy especial para ella. Entonces, el trabajo duro, ¿no? Ella es lo que decía, o sea, pensar en mi vida de antes, ¿no? En Australia y ahora lo que tengo aquí, pues me hace sentir muy especial, ¿no? Entonces, ya ves cómo trabajando duro se llega. We saw you for the first time on the Mayo Classic, rocking a very different look,
Mhm.
that you have now. So, was the change something like the delivery or happened just progressively?
The first Mae Young Classic, 20 years old. I was terrified of not doing good enough and not being good enough. So I pretty much went out there and took all the ideas that everyone was throwing at me, and I tried to deliver exactly what they wanted, which wasn't me. The Rhea Ripley that you saw going into the second Mae Young Classic, that was me. That was me after a year of being here in America, training at the Performance Center, and just learning who I am and understanding that I can't take everyone's criticism and use it. I can only use what works for me. I was very upset and like salty at the world, and I miss my family, I miss my friends. So I sort of used all that sadness and anger and put it into myself for the second classic because I wanted to win the thing. I wanted to see as far as I could get. I wanted to do better than the year before, and I wanted to be confident in myself. And it worked because I watched it back so many times. And my match against Io Shirai is one of my favorites still because I could see the confidence oozing out of me and 110% me, and I love it.
Yeah, well, can you say that like it's one of the tricks to have the things or your goals to achieve your goals, right? Like forget about the criticisms or the words that everybody's saying like you have to do that, and
Yeah.
just being yourself, right?
Yeah, there's always going to be people telling you what to do. And you can only take in so much before you become someone else. But you have to really remember who you are because that's the best you.
I'm from your team, really. Now I'm a big fan.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
¡Wow! ¡Qué bonita mujer, caramba! ¡Qué bonita! Bueno, aquí la pregunta fue que la vimos muy diferente por primera vez en el Mayo Classic, con un look completamente distinto y que sí había sido un cambio progresivo. Y la neta es que nos dijo algo increíble, que fue la primera vez que estuvo ahí, pues ella se sentía, o sea, fue algo como un fracaso que la llevó a potencializar para saber quién era ella realmente, porque la primera vez que estuvo en Mayo Classic, básicamente era todas las críticas y todas las cosas que le decía la gente que tenía que ser. Después, a pesar de que estuvo entrenando y que extrañaba a su familia y todo, bueno, tomó esa fuerza y dijo, a ver, esto es lo que voy a enseñar. Y entonces, por ejemplo, cuando ella vio el match que tuvo con Yoshirai, se sintió muy orgullosa porque ella puede ver reflejada esa pasión y ese cambio que ha tenido. Y eso fue lo que dijo. Al final, olvídate de las críticas y sé tú mismo. Quedémonos con eso. So, in a recent interview, you say that you create your own gear. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so it's funny because the second Mae Young Classic, I did some of the gear, but my blue pair of pants that I have, my red pair of pants that I have, and my black pair of pants that I have, I got a lady to make them because like I don't trust myself stitching. Like it's live TV, like that stuff might break. So I got the pants like actually made. And then I put all the studs and all the spikes and chains and eyelet holes in them. So I pretty much just customize it to be whatever I want it to be. Same with my jackets. Sometimes I'll find like a good vest, but if I can't find a good vest, I'll buy a leather jacket and I'll get the gear maker to take the sleeves off, and then I'll get it back and I'll put all the studs and sew everything onto it. It's a fun thing for me, and it helps me with my stress because you just sit there and you just do it, and you don't really think about anything else. So it's just a bit of fun and it's a stress reliever at the same time. And it's cool because when I watch it back, I get to see something that I've made, which is awesome, and everyone else gets to see it too. So I'm proud of my stuff.
Yeah, that's great. Very creative, girl.
Thank you. I try and make them as different as possible, but there's only so many ways that you could stud a jacket.
Yes, and actually, one of my favorites of your gears, I think it was WrestleMania 36. It was amazing.
Yeah?
Really
Oh,
nice.
I ran out of time with that one.
Yeah, but it was amazing. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
A ver, pues aquí nosotros no sé ustedes, pero yo soy súper fan de sus ring gears porque me fascina esta onda rocker que ella maneja. Ya dijo, a ver, la verdad es que al principio pues me tuvieron que hacer los pantalones porque le daba miedo que se rompieran, pero ella los acomodaba con todas las cosas que pues le gustaran y que se identificara con ella, como los piquitos, los aros, las cadenas, ese tipo de detalles que la hacen ser ella. Entonces, también yo le dije que de mis ring gears favoritos de ella había sido el de WrestleMania 36, y quiero que ustedes me digan cuál fue su favorito. Okay, now let's move to another thing. You're a big fan of heavy metal. What is your favorite band?
It's funny because I still listen to a lot of the same bands that I did in high school. I'm not a very adventurous person, so I haven't really looked out of them. Like I found maybe a couple other ones, but one that I always stick to and I have always loved since being in high school is Motionless in White. I think they're absolutely amazing and they really get me in the zone for whatever I'm doing. I listen to them mostly when I'm doing cardio because I really, really need it. I need to like get into like my angry sort of headspace to actually get through the cardio. But yeah, Motionless in White are probably my favorite.
Okay, great. And talking about music, do you have a guilty pleasure music like reggaeton or salsa?
Probably just like 2000 pop because I grew up on it.
Okay. And do you like dance? Do you like to dance or not?
Whether I like to dance or whether I can dance are two completely different things. So like I don't mind like moving around when there's music, but I get very embarrassed because I'm very, very bad at dancing.
Okay. Well, you should come to Mexico because here it's like everybody dance. Yeah.
Yes. Well, my partner's from Puerto Rico. I'm like, can you just teach me, please?
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. So, a ver, chicos. Perdón, se fue el chal aquí. Aquí le pregunté que cuál es su grupo de música favorito y me dijo que Motionless, ese como que es la que más escucha y la he escuchado de toda la vida. No es mucho de que está escuchando algo diferente y diferente. También me dijo que su guilty pleasure era el pop del 2000. Eso sí es un guilty pleasure padrísimo. Y le dije, ¿qué onda? ¿Te gusta bailar? ¿Y qué creen? Que anda con un latino, anda con un boricua. Y pues él se la super sabe y ya le invitaba a bailar a México porque aquí en México y en Latinoamérica, claro que sacamos brillo al piso. So, what is the thing that you miss the most about Australia?
I mean, the thing that I miss the most is my family and my friends.
Yeah.
But apart from that, probably the food.
The food?
Yeah, it's just, I feel like it's a better quality and my stomach is more used to it.
Okay.
Over here, when I first came here, I was eating the same things that I ate in Australia, like still healthy, but for some reason I put on like 10 kilos of fat, which is a lot. So I had to really get used to the way that like Americans make their food and like read the labels on everything, which I don't have to do in Australia.
Yeah.
I can pretty much, I know, like I look at it, I'm like, this is good. So that's probably like the main thing. I love like my Australian sweets as well. Sometimes mum will send me care packages with Tim Tams, mint slices, and just like Cadbury chocolates, which I really do miss.
Oh, so yummy. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Bueno, le pregunté qué era lo que más extrañaba de Australia y me dijo que su familia, obviamente, sus amigos, pero también le extraña mucho la comida, que la comida ya es de una mejor calidad. Entonces, básicamente que cuando ella estuvo en Estados Unidos engordó 10 kilos por la diferencia también de comida, que como ya les dije, ¿no? Que le cae esto pesado y que le gusta muchísimo aprender nuevas cosas. Entonces, bueno, de eso es lo que estamos hablando ahí nomás. And now, let's play a game. I will tell you a name, and you
Okay.
have to say the first word that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay? So, Tony Storm.
Australian.
Australia. Mercedes Martinez.
Oh God. Cage match. I don't know.
Billy Kay.
Australia.
Australia. Peyton Royce.
Australia.
Australia, por aquí, por allá. Okay. So, Charlotte Flair.
Queen.
Queen, reina. Mercedes Martínez me dijo que pelea en jaula. Dakota Kai.
New Zealand. I'm just thinking of countries at this point.
I want to go to New Zealand. Everybody says, and I want to go to Australia. So
Yeah.
we have to do that. You have to come to Mexico, and I have to go there. Yeah.
Yes. I actually haven't been to New Zealand yet. I really want to check it out. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, everybody said that. Yes, full of nature and everything.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Let's go there.
Yes, let's do it.
And Candice LeRae.
Cupcake.
Shayna Baszler.
MMA.
MMA.
Yeah.
And The Miss.
Awesome.
Increíble. Tell us a bit more about The Miss.
So when I was a little girl, I loved The Miz. I absolutely adored him. I thought he was great. He was awesome on the mic, and his wrestling was different because he was just so snobby and confident in himself, but then also like he ran away, which I found really funny. I don't know. I really love the way that he was. I feel like it's because his attitude, he sort of reminded me a lot of Vegeta as well. Just that like snobby attitude. I am always drawn to it, and I don't really know why. I feel like I somehow bring that out sometimes as well. I don't know. I just loved him. I bought all his merch. I threw a birthday party for him on his birthday. I had a massive cardboard cutout. Everything.
Okay, that's great. Aquí tenemos una nueva historia, señores y señores, por si no lo sabían. Bueno, yo le pregunté la última palabra era de Miss, el nombre era de Miss, y me dijo increíble. Yo le dije, a ver, cuéntanos un poquito acerca del Miss. Y ella me dijo que cuando era chica estaba encantada con el Miss, que le encantaba muchísimo este personaje, cómo manejaba el micrófono, que era completamente nuevo, que estaba muy cagado, pero también era increíble y asombroso y chistoso. Entonces que ella lo amaba desde que era niña. So, now we are doing some questions from fans, okay? So,
Okay.
just let me check because it's they're here. Okay, so Tano Balder, he's asking, who is your favorite wrestler for all the time?
From old time.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound like really obvious, I guess, but Triple H. I understand he's my boss, but like that's the coolest part about it. I grew up and I didn't really know what wrestling was, and then like our family friends showed me a match between Triple H and Ric Flair, and it was the screwdriver spot where he shoved it in Ric Flair's head, and from then I was like, this is awesome. So I could really just blame him for the reason that I started watching it and that I started wrestling. Like, yeah, he's the one that I blame to mom and dad.
That's something amazing, right? It's kind of a dream come true because it was kind of something huge for you, and now you're working here, and look at you, girl. So it's something really nice.
It's so cool.
So, a ver, aquí yo le pregunté, bueno, ustedes vieron la pregunta, y ella me dijo que su favorito era Triple H, y que era padrísimo también, porque cuando era chica, pues ella era muy fan, y ahora pues está trabajando por acá. Entonces, qué padre trabajar o sea, trabajar con quien más te gusta. A ver. This one. So, the Usos Naomi fan page, who would you like wrestle from the main roster?
Someone that I haven't wrestled yet and I'm really excited to wrestle would be Asuka. I really want to wrestle Asuka at some point in my career. I know the time will come. I'm very impatient and I want to wrestle her like ASAP. But I really want to wrestle Asuka.
Okay. And why Asuka? Like, is it something special? Like,
yeah, I just think that she's super cool and she's great at her craft. Like, she's one of the best in the world and I like to challenge myself. So yeah, she's definitely one to challenge myself with.
Oh my God, I really want to see that match. That would be awesome.
It would be. Just thinking about it makes me happy.
Pues aquí le pregunté que contra quién le gustaría, o sea, contra quién tendría un dream match. Me dijo que contra Asuka, que tiene que ser paciente y que le gusta, o sea, va a esperar un poco, pero y le pregunté por qué. Me dijo que ella cree que es una de las mejores del mundo. Entonces, a mí me encantaría ver eso. No sé ustedes, a mí sí. So, let's go for another one. Sorry. This one. The Nightmare Alexi. Rhea, what is your favorite ring gear?
That's a tough one, actually. There's been so many that I love, and there's like different meanings behind each one. My favorite one, I really do like the, what color would you call it? Like a maroon?
Okay.
The gear that I wore against Mercedes Martinez. It's the newest one, so I think that's like one of my favorites right now.
Okay.
Apart from that, like I love my black pants. I can't go wrong with my black pants.
Love them. Yeah.
They're so worn out. I've worn them so many times. I'm like, just keep stitching up holes. I'm like, hopefully they don't fall apart.
Okay. Bueno, ¿cuál es su ring gear favorito? Y ella me dijo que era difícil, pero que le fascinó el que usó de Mercedes Martínez y que aparte de todo le gusta mucho utilizar sus pantalones negros. So, now the last one, and that's it, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
No, it's all good.
So this one, Nightmare Alexi. Who is your WWE best friend?
My WWE best friend. Man. I mean, it was Raquel Gonzalez.
Okay.
Now, not so much.
Yeah, I can tell. No.
Oh my God. I don't know. I feel like I'm such a lone wolf. I don't really talk to many people.
Okay.
I always love Casey Catanzaro. She's always my little spider monkey. So I'd probably go with Casey.
Okay, okay, we can take it. Yeah, thank you so much. A ver, pues aquí la pregunta fue, ¿quién es tu mejor amiga? Y él me dijo, pues Raquel, pero pues Raquel González ahorita ya no mucho. Y que ahora pues se queda con Casey Catanzaro. Entonces, ella, su changuita, su monita y nos quedamos con ella. Perfect. So, thank you so much for your time and everything. Really, you have an amazing heart, an amazing soul, and as well, I have to say that you're